And we are yet again the partners of Solarian Games. I'm Jayson.
I'm Peter.
And we're going to try this again. Hey, we tried yesterday to do our regular Sunday night live stream, but spotty internet from hotel Wi-Fi made us bad. So here we are trying it on a Monday night, and we're going to talk about everything that we saw and did at this year's Total Confusion in Marlborough, Massachusetts, number 39.
Number 39.
39. All right. Almost number 40, which will be next year. Can't wait for that. Go, Peter. What did we do?
Jeez, what didn't we do? All right, so
We didn't get good Wi-Fi. That's what we didn't do.
No, yeah, the internet there is blech.
Hotels. It's all hotels.
Yeah, it is. It's all hotels during a convention. I mean, honestly, that's just the way it goes. There's a ton of people there, 1,000 people on the internet or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know how many they have. It's probably bigger than that. I'm terrible with attendance numbers. For people who don't go to TotalCon because you don't live in the New England area or whatever, this is I guess I would call this like a mid-range con. You know, it's not a small one by any means. It's not a Gen Con. It's more like a Gary Con type size thing. And obviously it's been going on for, well, actually, we said 39, but it's been going on for more than 39 years, because before it was TotalCon, which stands for Total Confusion, it was Mass Confusion, because it was it was a college thing for 3 years before that. So it's now run by Jen Gerber and Ben Gerber and
Stephen Parento.
And was Angelina Parento, and she is now emeritus and always there. Yes. So yeah, and we had the Golden Fez Awards, which we'll talk about in just a minute. But
yeah, Angelina's got the dream job. She just gets to show up and be talent. You know?
Be cool, yeah. She just gets to be cool.
Yeah.
So you got in a little bit earlier than I did.
I did. I got in. So I get in on Wednesday night, and a big part of that is because the con has recruited me to record interviews of the guests. So we'll have industry guests. They give me a list of them, and then they give me times. So from 9 to 12. So from 9 to 10, 10 to 11, 11 to 12, I do interviews. So I get 3 interviews in every morning. And then these interviews will go up on TotalCon's website starting in like 2 months, because we got to edit them and everything. It's really, this year we outdid ourselves with the production. So we had a you didn't even see this, Jayson. We had like a backdrop set up.
Oh, I saw it.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Oh, you did see it. I went up to get some stuff out of your room. I just picked the lock and just used my I rolled.
That's right.
I rolled high on my black bag ops, and I got in there, and
That's right. I did give you my key to go get some. Yeah. So what'd you think of that setup? That's pretty sweet, huh?
That was great. No, I was blown away. I was like, hey, this is a lot of work that Mike did.
So we did good videos, and then ran a bunch of games. So not a bunch. I ran 3 games. And
we ran a lot of Solarian stuff. So you ran a game that is coming out soon.
I ran More Blood. I did run Top Secret. Blood. And I ran it. It's kind of a test thing that I'm doing to see how flexible the system is for More Blood, because I'd like to do more stuff with it throughout time. Realized, it would probably be pretty easy to do a fantasy version of it. So I just took all the More Blood stuff and just converted some of the stuff over to fantasy and was testing that out. And it went really well. So that was cool.
That's great. And we had a ton of people running Top Secret this year.
Yes, we did.
Which is great. I should say, actually, TotalCon is kind of our home convention, I think is the best way to put it. It's our home turf. Yeah. They're incredibly generous for us. We have our own dedicated room every year with 5 tables in it. And so we have our people running it, as well as, people from some of our sort of, I don't know, buddies, sister companies, whatever you want to call them, right? And then, of course, we host the industry party on Saturday nights. And all of this is really down to James Carpio. That's why this is all the case. This is why we were treated so well, because of James.
Yeah, it started with him. He brought us into this.
Yeah, and so we'll talk about a little bit later, why it was so important to have his memorial awards there. But going back to our room, we were packed up with Top Secret. I was running it. Scott Congable was running it. David Benavides was running it. I know there was a couple more people that were doing it as well. And the cool thing was, at least at my table, I had lots of return players from previous years. So that was
Yeah.
awesome. And got to run a couple of new things. And the best part about it is running a game like this at conventions gets you people who have never done it before. So you really, really see if there's anything that's, warts and all, because it's one thing for players who know it really well. It's so much better to see somebody who's coming in totally cold. So that was great.
Yeah. Yeah. I have some plans next year to try and attend a game or two that someone's running, one of our games, and
Mhm.
just go in incognito. If
I can
anyone
get you
doesn't,
a mask.
what's that? You have to wear a mask or something. I don't know.
I'll
I
get,
don't know
I got
how
a
I would
little
do it.
Cthulhu mask you can put on, and they'll never know.
Actually, I don't think I can. I actually don't think I can because I think everybody there knows me.
Yeah. Maybe somewhere else. Well, I'll be running it at other conventions coming up soon, and maybe someone else will run it too. So we'll
Yeah.
see. But yeah, that was a blast. It was really good, and everybody a lot of people who played came by the vendor booth. We always buy a vendor table at TotalCon, and this year was great for that. I
Mhm.
actually want to give some shout outs to some of the people around us. We were right next to Snowfoot Dice, and they have all these cool things. Well, they have fun stickers, they have dice, they also have lots of cat stuff, and they make the little catnip goblins that we make sure to buy every single year because our cats freak out for them. They're just the best.
Oh, I forgot. I should have bought some more. When I went last year and I bought those, I don't know what happened. I lost them. Like when I
Oh,
came home,
they have more. They'll get you.
yeah, I know. I'm just saying when I came home, they were gone, right? And then
Yeah.
this year, I wasn't thinking that was them right there
Mhm.
because you said the cats love. I was like, oh, I should have got some for my cats.
Oh yeah, I don't know what it is. These are just the best toy our cats have ever gotten. So we're gonna order some more from them. There's all sorts of stuff around us. So obviously, Chet Minton, the artist
Mhm.
Chet Minton, was right next to us. He was doing great. There was a new, I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but there was a new vendor there that was selling tea. And you wouldn't think, a tea vendor at a con, but they were doing gangbusters. They had the best stuff. I just tried some of it today. We saw Brian Larkin there from Arcane Sword Press. And yeah, I'm not going to try to name everybody we saw. There was a ton of good people, lots of good stuff. The vendor hall went great.
Yeah, Tom Wilson was there from
ShireCon.
ShireCon.
Mhm.
I actually interviewed him. One of the interviews is with him, so that was really good.
Yeah, and of course we
Um,
saw, Eric Tenkar came out. Tom from Tabletop Tap Room came down from Maine for just one day, so that was fun to see him. If I got to stop doing this. I'm going to start naming names. I'm going to leave out a really good name, and that's going to suck. So I
yeah,
should stop pretending that I can name everybody that went to TotalCon.
yeah. There are a lot of people. Okay, all the people.
A
Right?
lot of people that we like were there. Yes.
So Jonathan Reinhardt wants to know, what tea did you buy? Which tea did you buy?
I got the Pu'er chai tea
Okay.
because Pu'er is my favorite tea. It's a really, really heavy, rich, earthy tea, almost coffee heavy. And I always just buy it as Pu'er. And this guy had made Pu'er chai. The one thing that it kind of is good about that is that while it's delicious, it also kind of smells like a barn. I mean,
Mm.
it's super earthy and like dung and all. Like it is not the best smelling tea, but when you mix it with chai, it
Oh
smells
God.
gorgeous. And it was great because I was having a very stressed out, anxiety-filled day today, and I made a cup of tea, and everything was better. So
Yeah.
that,
It's crazy. I think I just forgot to go to the vendors because I was just
you were so
so
busy.
busy.
Yeah, well,
So
because
busy.
of course, Mary Lindholm, James's wife, was there and doing all the stuff that she always does. But that meant there were 3 of us instead of 4 of us, without
Mhm.
James. So there was a lot more work being done.
Yes.
And a lot less got done. It wasn't Our room didn't look amazing like it usually does because without James there, we'll work better next year. But
Yeah.
I think it was actually pretty appropriate for us to not try to. You can't make up for you can't make up for his absence. So we
No.
shouldn't. It's good that we didn't try in some
No, but
cases.
we got Will Conway in the room, and I want to give a
Mhm.
big shout
Yeah,
out.
give a shit out to him.
Oh, God damn it. I want to give a big shout out to Will and to Mike Kafis. Will Conway, Mike Kafis. They are like, I don't know, they're like honorary Solarian members. They helped out a lot. So Will ran some games. He helped out with anything he could. just he was like go for it, he just ran out and did whatever. Mike did all the filming, and they were awesome help. So
Will says he got the Dragon's Gold tea.
yeah,
So
because he's a dragon guy. Everything dragon. Will loves dragons.
Yeah,
Loves dragons.
oh no, they had so much good stuff there. They had Elder Goth tea, which Mary got because
Oh,
Goth.
cool. Right. Yeah,
They had Princess Peach. It was awesome.
yeah.
Oh,
It was good.
I gotta say this though. There is one vendor that is the heart and soul of TotalCon every year.
Oh, I know you're gonna say.
You know exactly what I'm gonna say. I don't know the company name, but they're right in the front of the hall every year, and that's the Cupcake Ladies.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's funny because when Ben was sitting out there, just watching all the people come in and set up the vendor rooms and stuff, several people asked him because he was sitting in the Cupcake Ladies table.
Yeah.
And there was people asking him, they're coming, right?
Right.
And
you being here doesn't mean cupcakes won't be here.
Right.
Oh.
And he's like, no, they're coming tomorrow. They're coming tomorrow.
Yeah.
And Jen was telling me, when they secured that hotel, because they moved from one hotel to another. When they secured that hotel, the hotel had initially pushed back on cupcakes being sold there because they have a strict their food policy.
Yeah.
And they told them, they said, I don't think this convention is going to happen here without the Cupcake Ladies.
Yeah.
They're like, I think they would all riot. So they got a special. They got a special dispensation for the Cupcake Ladies. So that was cool.
Yeah, there is. I'm not exaggerating when I say that the Cupcake Ladies are the heart and soul of TotalCon. Everybody is there for the cupcakes.
Yeah, she probably does a killing there, or they probably, I don't know, however many of them, they do a killing there, and good on them because their cupcakes it's worth it. They earn it.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, they're my dealers. Yeah.
So anyway,
and Jonathan Reinhardt says that his kids love the cupcakes too. So that's
everybody does.
So well, let's talk about the industry party.
Yeah, so every year we host an industry party, and let me give a little history on this industry party. So this industry party actually started at another con. So it started at Icon, and it was me and Jay Parker, and it started with like 5 of us. So it was me and Jay Parker, and then it was Mike Pondsmith from Cyberpunk, from Cyberpunk fame, the guy named Jared Nelson, and a guy, I can't remember his name. I think his name was Alex, but he did the Spycraft. So he's one of the guys that did Spycraft. So it was the 5 of us in a hotel room hanging out, having drinks. And that was the very first industry party. It was just a hangout. But ever since, that thing has mutated, and then it came to TotalCon, and we continued it. And it used to be in one of the rooms, but it outgrew the room. So we got the bar, we got the hotel to open the bar up just for us. They closed the whole thing down, and it's open just for us, the bar and the kitchen. And so every year now we host the industry party, and everybody loves it. All the industry people love it. They've thanked us multiple times, which is like, this is really great that we all get to hang out in a place together. And we always do the class photo, they call it. Let me see if I can.
Yeah, I think we have a copy of it. They put it up already.
Yeah.
While you're looking for that, the other thing that they do every year is there's pizzas for everybody, which is nice.
Yeah, they feed everyone, which is cool.
Yeah, it's all really cool.
All right, let's see.
And and then we drag ourselves out for the class photo somewhere out in the middle of the hotel in kind of the big lobby area.
Did you get it there?
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, I understand. Let's proceed. Goddamn.
While we're pulling that up, somebody who said it in the chat, Jonathan said Firefly Cupcakes. Is that the name of the Cupcake Ladies?
No. There is a Firefly cupcake that's like a chocolate peanut butter cupcake.
In the chat,
and has
remember the cupcake people's company. I want to do that. Okay, here we go. There's everybody. There's us.
Yes.
All right. So
these are all the people. So there's Mike. You can see my
person. There's starting from the left. I see Jeffrey Talanian. There's Will. There's Hanai and me, you, Mary, Mike. There's Kevin Borup, who does Burn 2D6. We're going to talk about it in a minute. I see Ben and Jen and Stephen in the back. Who's behind Ben there?
Behind Ben. I don't know everybody.
There's Angelia and Nick's and Ian and
Yeah.
okay, pretty soon I'm starting to sound
Going
like
all over
a
the place.
children's TV show now. But
Yeah, I know, right. I see.
I see David
There's
Benavides,
Alan.
and I see Eric, and I see Rach, and I see Dan Roy, and I see Chet Minton, and I see Alan Hammock, and I'm done seeing people now.
I'm gonna
So
stop
there's
pointing.
Jonathan. There's Jonathan too. Now I'm done.
Yeah, Jonathan
Okay.
is right there.
All right. Oh, Jonathan.
But anyway, yeah.
He asked if they did pizza this year. No pizza this year. We were focused on the awards too.
Yeah. That's right. There was no pizza this year.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Just gonna answer one more question here. Brian in the chat asked if the Icon agency name was inspired by the convention. I think he might be talking about the Icon convention. It was not.
No, it's not.
That's just a lucky coincidence.
Yeah.
So we did the industry party, but this year the industry party was the site of the first annual James Carpio Memorial Golden Fez Tabletop Awards. So, or the Golden Fez, or I don't know, maybe someday there'll be the Fezzies. Who knows? That's up to other people to say.
The Fezzies, yeah.
The Fezzies. So we were live streaming the whole thing. I want to just shout out to everybody who was working on getting that happening, because again, there's Mike Cafes and Will, making all that work. Unfortunately, because of the internet and the weirdness, the video streamed and the audio didn't, and we had some pretty good funny jokes about it while they're in there. Somebody said they failed their lip reading role, which made me laugh. But we'll get that fixed. We will be putting them up with the audio in the next day or two. But in the meantime, we thought we would go ahead and just recount the
recap.
Now, we won't recount the winners. They won, but we will recap and recant the winners. So you've got the slideshow. Why don't we just run people through who all the finalists and winners were?
All right. So I'm going to
great bunch.
I'll pull up the slideshow.
Yeah, this is what people saw at the party. So here we have it here. We had nice banners up and everything. And I just want
this was a big banner we had up. How big was that thing? Like 8 feet?
8 feet. Yep. Nice. And Peter, you had a good thing to say about, the fact that it wasn't just about the winners.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. We made, the finalists, everybody who was a finalist, it was really tight. I mean, there was quite a few places where if you were a finalist, you were probably like 1 point away from being a winner. So
yeah, so what
it was so close.
Scoring wise, we had a ton of entries. I think it was close to 60 entries, which is a lot to be reading. And we had a panel of 6 or 7 judges. I can't remember the names. I don't want to mess that up. But basically what we did was we took all of the games that came in. Everybody, spent a couple of months reading through everything. And we just took a spreadsheet. Everybody got a set number of points. They got 42 points across 7 different categories. And just said, distribute it as you will. And we totaled them all up, and that determined who the winners were. And like you said, the difference between being a top 3 finalist and being a winner was often like 1 point difference. So being a finalist is incredible. I just wanted to say that.
Yeah. So it was a big deal to be a finalist.
So let's take a look at who was up.
All right, let's see. Here we go.
All right.
So for the Holy Hand Grenade Award, Best New Game Mechanic.
So people who are just listening, we're just showing them on the screen right now. The finalists were Burn 2D6. Let's just flip through them. So we had Burn 2D6, Eat the Reich, and Ultraviolet Grasslands 2E. So this one was for the best new game mechanic. And the winner on this
winner is
for the Holy Hand Grenade Award, it was Burn 2D6. And that's Kevin Borup. It's a really cool system that involves basically, it's a D6 system that allows you to quote unquote burn some of your dice, basically getting rid of them in order to give yourself a boon, as you go. And it's a lot of fun. We had Kevin on the show a few weeks ago, or maybe months ago. with his new Smurfs game, which is also based off of this. So that was pretty. It was
Yeah.
pretty cool, and it was nice that he was there to accept the award. So that was great.
Yeah. It was cool. It was very cool. It was nice. It was like a real show almost. We had the winner is, and he came up and he actually got to give his speech.
You had the golden envelopes. We had the brass plaques for everybody. That was awesome.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what the next one was. All right, so this was the Pick Up and Play Award for the easiest game to learn, which is a pretty big deal. So it's being an easy game to learn is very hard in the tabletop role-playing game industry. So the finalists for this one, go ahead.
Dracula.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got Dracula. Eat the Reich again, right? Hello, Wizard. I have a problem, and the winner is
Eat the Reich.
Yeah,
this is fun. You're vampires that get airdropped into Nazi Germany to go and attack Nazis.
Yeah, kill Nazis, kill Hitler. You're supposed to drink the blood of Hitler is your plan.
Yeah,
it was really cool.
It's pretty great. And I just want to say though, on that one thing I really appreciated in Eat the Reich was because you got to figure you're going in to kill Hitler. You're gonna do all that kind of stuff. I don't know how to say it. I'm half Jewish because of my family. So I just want to say, you know, a lot of us who are Jewish are going to want to do that. It's fun to go kill Hitler. And we also are not going to want anybody pulling this "you drink blood" crap on us, because that's some old racist crap. So they actually made a very good point in the book of saying, you know, you don't have to have, and you know, they dealt with it in a really good way. And I just appreciated it. And I just wanted to, you know, shout them out for doing that. I thought it was really good.
Yeah, you know what's wild? Just one of the things I want to mention about this, and this has to do with the artwork, because it was in it's a beautiful.
Yeah, it's a beautiful looking game.
But they have like a cutout here. You can see in the picture the book cover has a cutout, and you open it up and there's a graphic behind it. It's really cool.
A vampire, yeah. Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
Yeah.
This is the designers and the artists on this were just world class. It's some of the best looking stuff I've ever seen.
Yeah, beautiful book. All right. And speaking of art, the Velvet Smooth Award for Best Design and Production. And our finalists were?
All right. So the first one was Cloud Empress, which is a mothership adventure. Really, what I loved about this one was a very beautiful sort of almost throwback zine kind of design to it, but at like the highest levels. And just a fascinating world as well. So that really, really beautiful one for mothership.
What would you call it? Is it like a 70s sci-fi?
You know, well, I know mothership. I wouldn't put that in.
No, this book here.
Oh, well, you know, the style definitely harkens back to that sort of, I'm bad with naming art movements, but there was a very decorative era in the 1970s of the sort of psychedelic posters and things like that this evokes. So yeah, I would definitely tie it to that era a little bit, for sure.
Yeah.
The next one was Koriko, A Magical Year, which is a very Studio Ghibli inspired thing. So, you know, all those things like oh my gosh, Studio Ghibli films. Quick, I can't think of any of them. Howl's Moving Castle.
Right.
The Witch, the really fun little delivery witch. Any of those.
Was Ponyo one of those?
Ponyo, I don't know, actually.
I can't remember who makes what
stuff. Nausicaa. Jonathan Reinhardt just called that Nausicaa. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, sure.
And this one, it wasn't just the design, but just the production on this too, because you can see in this picture, there's the book, there's a deck of cards, there's special, beautiful dice. They're nice little drawstring bag for all of it. I mean, oh yeah, Princess Mononoke, Will just mentioned, that's true. All that kind of stuff. So I don't care about manga and anime, but Studio Ghibli is magical, and I love that stuff. So seeing a game that really captured that spirit, I mean, it's worth it just for the looks. Yeah.
All right. And then
the third
Triangle Agency.
finalist was Triangle Agency. Again, we're showing here on the screen all the stuff that was available for it. This one, I think, came from the creators, so they have a stack of the Triangle Agency books there. But again, lots of great physical production. They had different books that like the vault for the agency. They have the main book. They have the Triangle Agenda. And throughout the Triangle Agency game is about a sort of a paranoid corporatism type of thing. It feels, I kind of keep describing it like if the game Paranoia was a serious game instead of a funny one. But again, the design, the artwork, everything on this was just unbelievably beautiful.
Yeah, and it was like a corporate the book we reviewed was the main rule book. It was like a corporate like handbook, but like super cool.
And it was really just like nothing I've ever seen before. So those were the finalists, all incredible.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know this. Our Sean, our buddy Sean said that that Modifius picked up the Triangle Agency.
That's great. Well deserved.
That is awesome. Yeah,
and so the winner for this one that we went with, well, the judges went with, was Triangle Agency.
Yes.
And I mean, seriously, winning that, this is a good example of one of those categories where there was like 1 point separating them, because you just saw those three. They were all amazing looking.
Yeah, I mean, it was. I said there was this gave me a definite appreciation for being on the other side, like how hard it is to do an award thing. Because I mean, I always assumed it would be a little hard to pick, but it was really hard, because here I got Eat the Reich in front of me, Triangle Agency and several others. I mean, there was a couple that didn't even make the finalists, but they were like, they could have been easily.
Going back and forth a lot in my mind. It was tough, and also just, coming from the side, since we make games, knowing how hard it is to make something this good. But I you know what though, I'm gonna call out Wizards and Paizo and every other big company that is not doing as good as these guys. These are little companies, and they are kicking Wizards' butt, everybody.
Yeah. I mean, like you look at Wizards and you look at their books, and their art is beautiful. Don't get us wrong. Their art, they have good art, but it's very samey.
Yeah, it's corporate.
No, I'm just saying, but it's very corporate, right?
Yeah.
These, when you look at this, you can tell this is an indie. Like it's different. It's its own thing.
There's love in these games. It's just pure labors of love. Yeah.
It's awesome. All right. So our next award is the Forge of Destiny, Best World Building.
Yeah, Best World Building. Another really hard thing to do. All right, who do we have finalists in this one? Who were they?
Oh, Triangle Agency.
Again, I mean, yeah, you already described this amazing corporatism sort of gone awry world that they built. Yep, there was them.
Yep. And this one, oh my God, we did this on the show a couple weeks back, several weeks back, and it just crazy world building. And Scavenger's Reign is the animated series that was done on this, and it's not anime; it's anime. I think it's American animation. So
animated,
yeah. You need to watch it. It's so good.
It's an incredible world. The look of the game is very Mobius, I think, inspired, and the game itself, I think, has some of the inspiration, I don't know, influences of Mobius as well.
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
For sure. That was the second finalist. And the Valley of Flowers, another amazing setting. And these guys were actually, they are from Northampton, and they made the drive over for the day just to come over. So that was really great. Jed and Andrew. So that they were able to actually come up and give an acceptance for their as a finalist. So that was really cool.
Yeah.
But the winner for this one was Ultraviolet Grasslands.
Yeah.
So
deserved.
Oh yeah, incredible world building. All right, couple more to go here. What was the next award category? Hack the Planet.
Most unexpected idea.
Yeah, really tough. All right, let's go through them. So, all right, this was honestly one of my favorite games of the entire thing, and this just shows that judging is, with this many judges, it just goes certain ways, because Flabbergasted was almost my game of the year.
Yeah.
So the game's called Flabbergasted. It's a comedy role-playing game set in the 1920s. It's got a little bit of the old schmigadoon to it. It's just incredibly fun. It's beautiful. And I have never seen a comedy role-playing game about the 1920s or expected to see one, like that feels like sort of a musical as a game. So yeah, just
Yeah, and I remember when we were going over the results, we're finalizing all our stuff and going over everything. You specifically called this one out. You're like, I really like that game.
I can't wait to play this. I think I gotta find some theater kids to play it with. I think that you need some people that can really pull out the old comedy improv for this one. But it's beautiful.
Yeah.
That was the first finalist. And then Microscope, you can talk about this one.
Yeah, Microscope was one of my favorites of all the games. And this one, really stood out to me because, and here's the thing. It's a very, like, if you just flip through it, you'd be like, oh, yeah, okay, that's cool. So it was never going to win any art awards, but that's okay. The game itself, it caught me because I'm a big history person. Love history. I listen to podcasts about history all the time. And this game digs into building a history of a world. So what you do is you start with the beginning of a timeline and the end of a timeline. And it can be any length of timeline or any beginning or you can start it anywhere, end it anywhere. But you basically call out different important things that happen. And then you have to, the role-playing part of it is deciding how they got to those things. So it's just, I don't know. I think it's awesome. I want to play this game so bad with my friends.
Yeah. We should try to do a game at a Game Face next month.
Yeah, that might be good. That might be a good idea. I'll get a copy, Microscope, print it out, and do it. Yep. All right. Triangle Agency. Here we go again.
Triangle Agency got a lot of votes in a lot of categories, but in this category, the winner was actually, you can jump ahead to it, it was Microscope.
It was Microscope, yeah.
And again, it was very, very tight, but very well deserved.
Yes, I agree. Yeah. All right. Next one is the Bucket of Blood Award. Best combat rules. Personally, I think that's the best name other than the Golden Fez, of course.
I do too. It's very Nick Cave, What was the song? It's not even Nick Cave that came up with it because it's from the song Stagger Lee. And a lot of people, that's a very old traditional song where they go to the bar.
Here, wait a minute.
They go to a bar called the Bucket of Blood.
Yeah. And here's the thing. Bucket of Blood also sounds like something that Roger Corman, would it be a Roger Corman movie? And James loved Roger Corman, like nobody's business.
Yeah, exactly. So for the Bucket of Blood Award, the ones that we had finalists in here, you want to go through them?
Sure. We got Fight, 2nd edition. And
it's very cool. It's basically if you want to play a tabletop role-playing game version of a PvP Kung Fu video game.
Yeah.
That's kind of what you can do with this.
Yeah, and this game is, it's really about the fighting. Like it really focuses. Yeah. Kill him faster. Talk about this one, Jayson, because you talked about the other one. This one's sort of similar in concept.
Yeah. This one is I guess maybe that's just the zeitgeist this particular year. But we had multiple games about killing Nazis, and this one, in Kill Him Faster, time travel is real. And now that time travel works and it's real and everybody can do it, the first thing everybody wants to do is go kill Hitler. So in this game, you are on a game show. You're on a TV game show, and the point of the game show is to see who can kill Hitler the fastest. So. Yeah,
because there's a piece to this you got to call out because it's important. They find out there's several rules to time travel, which I'm not going to go into all of them, but one of the rules, these are unbreakable rules. One of the rules is it doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't change the history. Like you can go do it, but it doesn't change history. So that's why it winds up becoming a game show rather than like a government controlled thing, because like the government doesn't care because it doesn't matter. We go back and do this, but it doesn't change anything. I guess, I don't know, time fixes itself or something. But then they decided.
I don't remember exactly what it was. I thought it was just there's loops and it just goes off into a different reality, but in the one year in, it didn't happen. I don't remember exactly, but it doesn't really matter. The lore isn't the point. The point is the game show killing Hitler.
Yeah, well, that's why they turned it into a game show, because you could go back over and over and over again and keep trying to kill him faster, and it's whoever wins the record, whoever does it faster.
Yeah. So that was cool. Was that the second one or the third one? Oh
Yes.
yeah,
And then
that's the second one.
Outgunned.
The third one, Outgunned, the cinematic action role-playing game, which is all about just cinematic action. Yeah.
It's basically was an homage to all the 80s movies and stuff like before cell
Yeah.
phones. So cell phones is like the end of the timeline, or smartphones. Sorry, smartphones would be like the end of the timeline of where this takes place.
Yeah. So the winner in this category turned out to be, in the Bucket of Blood Award, turned out to be Kill Him Faster. Because
Yeah.
it
Just
really is. I mean, if you have a game that's all about seeing how fast you can kill Hitler, you got to have good combat rules, and they had the best.
they did. They did. All right.
Yeah. All right. Then we get the big one.
The big one, the big daddy, Golden Fez
Tuna.
game of the year.
Yes. So all the other ones we had, fun titles for, but for the game of the year, we're like, this is the Golden Fez. So
Yes.
Golden Fez game of the year. The three finalists here were Outgunned. Again, we just talked about that. Triangle Agency.
Yeah,
and and Ultraviolet Grasslands 2E. So this was the one where we basically said to the judges, take all the things you just looked at, think about them across all the different categories and everything else, and based on that, which one is just the game of the year for you? And let's just go to the winner. So the game of the year for the Golden Fez game of the year was Outgunned.
Yes.
And it was very apt that it happened to work out this way, if you want to explain why.
Oh, yeah. So and again, there was no fingers on scales or anything like that. It just happened to work out this way. It was one of the last games, maybe the last game that James played. He played it at ShireCon, or that he ran. Okay,
yeah.
Ran. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And that was at ShireCon, and he really liked this game, so it worked out. That's cool. That's really cool.
Yeah, I feel it was very apt.
Maybe his spirit was hanging on all of us. I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah.
If you're into that sort of thing.
James, well, so Outgunned is made by a small studio in Italy. Two something mice. Oh, gee, I forgot.
Yeah, two.
Not Two Blind Mice. Okay, no. Well, we'll get the name in a minute. But so they were made by the small Italian thing, but then they are sold by, distributed by, I don't know, published by, I don't know what the right word is for it, by Free League Publishing, which again, James repeatedly would talk about how much he liked the games that came out of Free League, that they just had really great taste and put out great stuff. So no surprise here that this was that good. And it was nice. We had people who won send us their statements, because not everybody could be there, obviously. Two Little Mice, RPG Sean says. So we had people who won send them their statements, and I'm not going to try to read it here, but basically the creators of Outgunned said that as an Italian studio, they made it as a love letter to American action films, and they were really happy that an American audience, felt that they got it right.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah, absolutely.
It's really awesome.
That's so awesome.
So yeah, we will put Jonathan Reinhardt was asking, or somebody was asking, if we could put links to buy them up on the website. So I just got done putting up the pictures of the brass plaques on the winners page. I will link those to the stores, the online stores for each one of the games that won.
Yeah, that's good. Hey, let's show them the awards.
Yeah, let's take a look at those. So these were fun. I mean, look, it was our first year, so I'm pretty happy with what came out. Just had these nice, very classic brass plaques with on wooden bases, and everybody. Some people went home with theirs if they were there. Everybody else is going to get them in the mail. So those are them.
Yeah. Yep. So that was really, really cool, and we were really. I mean, I don't know about you, but I was absolutely amazed at how many people came up to us and told us how good we did. They were just like, "Oh my God, that was incredible."
It was nice of people.
Like,
yeah. Well, and so Jonathan says in the chat that it was a very touching experience, and it was, because this was the industry party, like you said, where everybody there knew James either closely as a friend or just as somebody in the industry that they'd had a lot of good experiences with over the years. And I think it was really important for the convention for this to happen, because a lot of people wanted a way to express their love for James, and this was a really good way to do it. And people, they just had so much to say about him.
Yeah, somebody had mentioned that they could tell that they were like, man, you were getting kind of emotional up there. I don't remember being emotional, but maybe I was. I mean, I can't
It
see
was hard
myself.
not to be,
Yeah, it was.
and the one other thing I thought was great was some people had fezzes on, in his honor. There were a few, and this is the Golden Fez Awards, and we often talk about James's sartorial elegance and his particular affinity for the fez. So we mentioned this at the show, and people were talking about it, that we hope next year that for the industry party, people will wear a fez.
Yeah,
So
that would be
we'll
cool.
be reminding people, get your fezzes, come on down. Just when you go to GaryCon, there's always the Hawaiian shirt day, where because
Yeah.
Gary Gygax loved his Hawaiian shirts.
Oh, we're
Well,
gonna have Fez. That's gonna be Fez Day.
we got a Fez day. Yep.
Right. Oh, by the way, let's talk about that. I wanted to mention that,
Coin.
but Sean already brought it up. He
I'm gonna go
says
get
that.
my coin.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You
Oh,
talk.
it's not showing up on my stream here. Oh well. Yeah. So Stephen Parento, he came up, and he and TotalCon, but he kind of headed this thing up. I think I'm pretty sure. They made a challenge coin. So if you're not familiar with the challenge coin, it's something that kind of started with the military for the most part, but a lot of people do it now. But it's a heavy duty, really robust challenge coin, and they made one for James.
Yeah,
So
and
Jayson,
I'm
we'll
going to
hold
show
that
it
up.
in just a moment here, but I just want to point out this was a total surprise. We had no idea they were doing it, and Jen even mentioned that a couple of times one of us was in the green room and they had to quickly hide them. So, so what they did, I'm going to show the back. I'm going to show the back first. So, it's a TotalConfusion, beautiful challenge coin here. But then the important thing here is the front. Hopefully I have this right here.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Friendship
Look at that.
through gaming. This is actually a 3D raised picture of James. We talked about the Fez. This is the photo right there. That's how when we talk about sartorial elegance. And then down at the bottom it says 1986 to 2024, and that's representing that the TotalCon started in 1986, and James's last was 2024.
Yes.
So that's what that's for, and it says friendship through gaming.
Yeah, it's amazing. And I got to hand it to the TotalCon folks because that is not a cheap thing to do. And they
know.
a bunch of them and just gave them away to everybody. So that was very generous.
Yeah, it's expensive to do and it's very difficult to do. We've done them for things before, and it is no small project.
No. So that they did a lot of work to make that happen.
Yeah.
Sean said that Kevin picked him up a coin. That's awesome.
Oh, good. Yeah, we really, really appreciated that. It meant a lot.
Yeah.
So yeah, we will get the video of the actual event with the audio. We'll get that put back up, and we'll put up some links to all of the winners so that people can go and check them out as well.
Oh, Sean, yes, Mary did attend. Mary, absolutely, Mary was there.
Well, Mary, yeah, not only attended, but she was presenting, and of course, she presented the Game of the Year award.
She did,
because she's the I don't know, the MC, I don't know, whatever. She's the most important person on this.
Yeah, that's why she had to get the award. And we had some of the people come up, some of the folks in the crowd come up and give out awards. People
that was really nice.
James, yeah, it was awesome.
Oh, Chet said, I thought they put the wrong birth year for James. No, 1986 was TotalCon 1. So that was the first TotalCon.
Right.
Yeah.
So good times, man. I mean, I love this con. We're going to definitely be there next year, and we are going to do the Golden Fez again next year. More games. We are, I don't know, we're kind of married to that con.
Yeah, it's really true. So, we'll see you all there next year. And conventions we're going to be at soon. In just a couple of weeks, we'll be in Baltimore for Game Face down at some brewery.
I got it right here. Hold on. I got it right here. What brewery is this? Jesus, I can't find it.
This is fascinating radio. Okay, we'll be at
sorry, folks.
We'll be at some brewery in Baltimore for Game Face Con. And then I think the next one for us will be Rising Phoenix.
Yep. Yes. Okay, Rising Phoenix is after that. Yeah.
And then I will be at EggCon 2 in July.
Oh yeah, you are going to that, aren't you?
Yeah, I got invited to go up to EggCon, and I'm really looking forward to it because it is on Gary Gygax's birthday, and it is put on by his daughter Mary, and this one's actually going to be downtown. So as opposed to being out at the lodge or the resort, which is a little ways out of town, you can actually go walk around Lake Geneva. So that'll be great. And there's other conventions that have just fallen out of my brain right now. So I'll remember those later. So
oh, here it is. I got it. Peabody Heights Brewery in Baltimore.
Peabody Heights Brewery.
And it's March 8th and March 9th, and it's free. So if you feel like driving to Baltimore or you live near Baltimore or whatever, you should definitely go. It's a brewery and it's free and it's gaming. I mean, like, how could you not want to go?
Yeah. And I will be running a brand new top secret adventure that I've written called Damn Good Minivan. Yeah. So come and find out what that's all about.
Hey, did I tell you I borrowed my cousin's minivan to come up there? I had a damn good minivan. It was awesome.
I am all about the minivan, and I will talk about that in a future issue or episode because minivans rule. And
the only thing I don't like is it had doors on both sides, but it's those automatic doors, and I hate them. Hate them.
Too slow?
Yeah, you pull on the thing, and you're used to pulling a door open. You pull on it, and the thing goes, "No, I'll open on my own." And I'm like, "No, damn it!"
Well, I'll have opinions about that too when we have our minivan episode. Okay, all right, let's wrap it up for tonight. Thanks everybody for putting up with our technical weirdness. And
we're getting there. We're getting there, folks.
All right.
All right, everybody.
Have a good night.
Good night.